Welcome to Holistic Human Performance Podcast. My name is Gena Bradshaw, where we talk all things holistic health, wellness, spirituality, fitness, meditation, energetics, and so much more to help you become the healthiest version of yourself. Let's dive in. This is not medical advice. This is simply to help you on your journey through health, fitness, and wellness. I hope this helps. You can complement this with anything that you are doing currently in your life. Enjoy. What the holistic human performance community has turned into is something beyond words. I am so grateful for each and every single one of you. And I wanted to talk about what the community is all about. And really, it just started with me going through a really low time in life, where I did not have my health as a 2-time cancer survivor. And I really leaned into holistic health, that lifestyle, changing everything about it. Really taking a deep dive into energy medicine and spirituality and combining all of these different aspects of mind, body, and soul together that helped me heal on a deep level. And now I am following out my soul's mission and purpose and bringing this to you all. And so I want to invite you inside of the holistic human performance community. We have an app, which is the HHP app on Apple and Google Play, which you can also get all of these goodies on the desktop as well. And really what you're going to find inside of this community, I call it the Virtual Wellness Center. It's going to be all about holistic health, spirituality, energetics, all different practices, tools, modalities. So we have things like sound bath meditations, we have breath work, we have tapping series, we have workouts, we have somatic healing, we have masterclass series, we have programs. I have other professionals come on inside of the app to teach. So there's so many cool things you get inside of this community. And so I wanted to give this to you all as a membership. And what you're getting is a monthly membership where you have 300 plus on-demand videos, plus live stream classes and programs and courses. You're literally getting all of these incredible tools to take with you wherever, whenever you need. And so for $33 per month, you get access to this. Or you can do annual, which is $320 for the year. You're getting all of this inside of the Holistic Human Performance Virtual Wellness Center. And not only that, you could try it out for 1 week free and cancel whenever you want. So these are things that are going to help reprogram your subconscious mind, you regulate your nervous system, keep you healthy and navigating life with full life force energy, and really helping you to express yourself authentically while also enhancing your health and your well-being so that you can find and follow your soul's mission and purpose. So I invite you inside of this community. It is so beautiful and juicy. And not to mention, we have a whole section inside of the app where it is a community forum so we can chat with each other and talk about our wins, what we're going through, and so much more. And I don't know if I mentioned, if you are a one-on-one coaching client, you get full access to the entire Virtual Wellness Center membership. So I invite you inside of the HHP community. Again, you can get your week free trial on Apple or Google Play or right on your desktop at holistichumanperformance.co. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Holistic Human Performance Podcast. I'm your host, Gena Bradshaw Vitale. Today, we have a really special episode and special guest. We have Melissa Ingino with us today, who is also, I haven't really told you guys about this, but we are now business partners, and special announcement, everybody. We co-founded a networking community for entrepreneurs called Fearless Founders, and I wanted to have her on to chat about it. I've alluded to it in some episodes, but this is the first we're like really diving into it. And I'm so excited. We're chatting all about entrepreneurship. We're talking about Melissa's journey. We're talking about how we met, how we started Fearless Founders. It's going to be so juicy, so stick around. And without further ado, hello, Melissa.
Hello, everyone. Jenna, I'm so excited. It's honestly been part of my dream to be on your podcast. So I'm glad I'm finally here. It took us, we had some technical issues on my end, but we're here. We're here. We made it. I'm so excited to like dive in today.
And ironically, you're the techie one. Like you're the one.
Yeah, when like Melissa gets slammed, like it's a techie issue. Like when I get
Yes.
slammed and it takes me a while to figure it out, it's like, damn, we are having an issue today, but we figured it out nonetheless,
It
and
all worked out. We're good.
I'm
We're
so
good.
excited. I'm so excited.
Me too. So Melissa and I met years ago in the spiritual space, and Melissa has gone through, she's like an
Mhm.
amazing entrepreneur, seriously, and what she
Aw,
has been
thanks,
able
girl.
to, you're welcome, accomplish over time. Like she's one of those individuals where she can go to like different industries and make it like something grand and be very successful at. So like now she's in a totally different space. She is the CEO and founder of Grit and Grace Design Studio, hence her techie aspect, which we love. And so we met in the metaphysical spiritual space, and we've always stayed in touch. And we both were at a speaking event. We were on a panel. We were talking about entrepreneurship. And we just like, I don't know, because we had like kind of parted ways. We were both doing our own thing, working
Mhm.
on our own businesses. And
Yep.
then we just stayed in touch after that. And we were going to different networking groups and like speaking events. And we were just like, hey, like, did you go to this event? Like, what did you like about this event? And we just like weren't finding things that were intriguing to us and very just like uninspiring. Like, there are some great networking communities out there, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, my soul was seriously like, we need community. Like, take the lead. Like you need to make this leap in some way, shape, or form. I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know what it was going to be.
Yeah.
I'm about to give birth in August. So like I didn't know what was going to happen. And
Yeah.
I put out an Instagram story and it got crazy response back. I literally was like, "Hey guys, like, I'm yearning for just like a lot more community and just like mingling and for like entrepreneurs because it can be very lonely. We know this."
Yeah.
And the response was like outstanding. So I was like, all right, I can't do this on my own. Could I? Yes. Do I want to? No. And I'm all about collaboration. And I
Yeah.
said, hey girl, do you want to do this with me?
Yes. And
And
I was
she
like,
said yes.
yeah. It was like, say less. Absolutely.
Yes. And so we just got to it and we just I don't even know. It was just so effortless and seamless. And we just like started brainstorming and put all these things together. And we've had how many events now? Two?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's it.
we're headed
Feels like we've been
into,
doing it so
yep.
long, though.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
know,
funny.
I know, seriously. And now we have even more events coming up. June 12th, we have a virtual event. And June 14th, we have this VIP day where we're really getting into content creation and things like that. But yeah, I mean, this is just so exciting. Like I can't believe we got here.
I know. Yeah, it's like, you kind of gave, what's funny though? I had a similar experience when I was pregnant too. I kind of gave birth to a business when I was pregnant. And then it
Interesting.
kind of like blossomed, after my son was born. But yeah, I just feel like very unintentionally this thing kind of just like snowballed into its own entity and energy. And yeah, I mean, you kind of nailed like the timeline, how we ended up reconnecting. And I just feel like we complement each other so well in terms of what we bring to the table in leading this incredible group of entrepreneurs. I just feel like you bring this very higher higher energy, this alignment piece, this like deeper soulful piece to business building. And then, I kind of bring this like techie side of things. And I just feel like we really steer the ship in a very innovative way that a lot of other networking groups or business building communities do. We kind of do things a little bit differently. And like you said, like we don't want to yuck someone else's group or their experience, but everyone has to find their room, right? And I feel like we definitely, with Fearless Founders of Long Island, we fulfill a gap that's there. And I love that we're like co-ed, like men are encouraged and invited to participate too, which is kind of cool to like see the masculine and feminine like come to
Yeah.
this building space. So yeah, I can't wait to see what comes of Fearless Founders. I feel like it has its own agenda and like energy, and it's just thriving and growing by the day. It's incredible to see.
And our values are really based in integrity and authenticity.
Yeah.
And those who really want to take part in a leadership role,
Yeah.
who are leading with like a very bold heart, trying to leave a legacy. And again, it's not to, I've had great experiences in networking
Me
communities,
too.
don't get me
Me too.
wrong. It was more like it was the same thing over and over again, like copy and paste kind of thing where it's like
Yeah.
we're sitting around, there's no structure, or people are just mingling and someone's throwing, their cards in your face. You don't even know their name. And you're just like, okay, like, I don't
Yeah.
know you. Like, how am I going to refer to you? I don't even know your
Yeah.
name or what you do.
Yeah.
Um, and so we come from like a space of like teaching and coaching and because networking like it can be it's a skill. It's a skill.
It is
It's
for
a
sure.
skill,
For
and
sure.
like I remember when I first started going to networking events, I was like, how does this work? Like, I don't understand. Good thing I'm like a chatty Cathy and like I just, whatever. But
Yeah.
for people who are introverted and uncomfortable with that, but are also entrepreneurs, it is a big part of growing your business. And I say this all the time, entrepreneurship is a spiritual game and it's personal development on crack. And you have to put yourself in uncomfortable positions in order to grow and prosper with whatever your form of success is.
Yeah, and I feel like the other thing too, where I think we're a little bit different is we're very relational focused. And in between the events, this is what makes us really different too. In between the events, Jenna and I are doing business coaching with our community in between. So I feel like it's a very high touch type of networking community and experience because we're constantly having conversation in our group chat on Instagram for our people too. There really is a pulse every day that we're touching and tapping into. So, yeah, and I think it's just we're very relationship focused. And one of the things that I know, like I've seen, and Jenna, I'm sure you have too, along my journey, and I really think what significantly helped move the needle besides a really solid strategy is
Hmm.
relationships and really planting the seed with like other people that you can collaborate with, your clientele. You have to know the art of being relational and building relationships because I really have seen in especially like with the agency like the amount of success that we've accumulated is so much connected to how much as the owner and the CEO and like the leader here, I've invested and doubled down on relationship building and not for profit, not for buck, but just I really just want to connect with people. And I feel like at Fearless, we do a really good job as like in making that a priority, you know?
It's genuine. It's not like
It
fake.
is. It
It's
is.
not fake at all. Like I don't
No.
even it's like not even innate within either of us. Like so
No.
many people and this is another like point I want to hit home when it comes to entrepreneurship and,
Mhm.
building relationships. A lot of people I see this often and I'm intuitive, so I can feel this too. I can see it
Yeah.
when individuals will connect with somebody because in the back of their mind they're thinking, "Oh, what can they do for me?" That's not what we are about. Like we're about genuine, authentic connection and collaboration. I'm not looking at so and so for, as competition. Like that's not where we're at because at the end of the day, when we bring that soulful piece in, your soul gifts are your soul gifts. What you are meant to bring into this lifetime is yours and yours alone, and nobody else can take that away from you. Nobody can take fearless founders from, like, we built it from our souls. Like, this is not anything that, you can copy it, that's fine, but it's not going to be the same. Like, it's just not. The energy is not going to be the same. And so that's something we really want to hit home. It's like, we're not doing this like, oh, well, what can you do for me kind of thing, you know?
No, it's never, and this is the thing too, like when you build a business and create a business, you really have to with the image that's coming to mind is like roots. Like you have to plant good seed in good soil so those roots can dig deep down. And at the end of the day, we have good seed here. We have good fruit bearing from this because yeah, like you said, like our intentions are pure and it's to serve and to give back. Like last week, that was such a big focus in our group chat is like all about having a servant's heart and just serving your people well. And that's the energy of this inception. It's going to continue it's going to continue to be that. And I think the businesses or communities or groups that don't have a servant's heart, that have perhaps other motives that are more superficial and they don't have the deep roots, it's not going to grow as well. It's not. So I think you nailed it, Gena. I think you totally nailed it with saying that.
Did you ever think that you were going to start like a networking community?
No, not at all. Like, yeah, it was definitely not in the bingo card for 2025. I mean, like my bingo card for 2025, I thought was just like really growing the agency and my team. And we have done that and we are still doing that. But it's just so funny, how, you know, the universe works and how I think God works. And it's like, there's like that scripture that says like we make our plans, but like God has the final say. Like,
God laughs at our
like, yeah,
plans.
he laughs, right? It's like, so I know that, in us connecting years ago in the spiritual space, obviously there was a thread being woven there that we didn't even foresee.
I know. I have full body chills right now.
Crazy. But that happens all the time. Like, it's so beautiful and serendipitous how you get placed on each other's paths. And I think there's no better, like, there's no deeper relationship that you can have with honestly, especially another woman, right? Than like not just doing life together, right? Like you're a mama to be, I'm a mom, we're friends, but also like building a business
Yeah.
together. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. So
Yeah.
love it.
What, like, okay, so because you've been a very successful entrepreneur in like different facets of different industries. So what do you think is like your number one and there's so much advice, but number one advice you would say to those who are feeling stuck or they want to start, they want to build a business? What advice do you have for those people?
I'm not going to curse in case there's younger viewers, but
I mean, we do curse on here, so it's
no,
fine.
it's okay. I'll say, screw your motivation. Don't wait to feel motivated. Your discipline always has to be bigger than your motivation. There are days when I literally, if my motivation level was a battery percentage, it would be at a zero. My motivation can be tanked out. And not like but the passion's always there. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like oh my gosh, I have to do this today, I have to do that today. I never let my mood dictate what I have to do every day. And I think that that energy was birthed probably out of trauma, like out of
Yeah.
being in survival mode. But also it has served me so well when it comes to building an empire in a variety of industries. I'm going to be honest with you, because it's not just me. It's my family. I'm a single mom. I have a little one depending on me. I have a team of people that are depending on me that have their own families to feed. And I also really, I really every day I'm like anchored into the why of what we do at Grit and Grace. It's not just, oh, like let's do really cute marketing and like really sick branding and like so like such innovative websites. Like it's so much more than that always. And I think that's kind of what's always helped me is like screw your motivation level. You have to be disciplined. And the bigger why, it's like, no, like I'm showing up to help people film content or do a website because that's how they communicate the value that they bring to the world. Like it's so much bigger than me. I'm just like the tool and the mechanism to help people communicate better what their magic is and what is their that they're doing, right? So I think like discipline and like really being anchored to like that bigger purpose is what keeps me going because every single day you're going to find excuses of not to do what you need to do like every single day like I could so easily pick out so many excuses like why I shouldn't show up whether it be people that are booing from the sidelines. By the way, don't forget like the cheapest seats are those in the back. Like, just don't forget that. um, and, you know, like we all have excuses, but that's why you have to be disciplined and be connected to like the bigger purpose. I think that's what's helped me in every single industry. And like I can't deprive the world of my gift because they need to receive something. So whether it was years ago when I was doing moon circles, whether it was running a brick and mortar store, whether it was relaunching another, you know, business and brand and industry, it's the same principle always applies. And the last thing that I'll say is that you're only as good as the people around you. So I always want to make sure that the people that we hire for Grit and Grace, they're better than me in their craft, in their skill. They have a certain edge about them. And also like the people like the wise counsel in my life, like no, they have to be wiser than me. So I try and keep expanders around me. So I'm not the biggest and the brightest one in the room, you know? That's
Mhm.
what I would say for now. Those are my life
Yeah.
history.
I love that. Expanders. That's a really good point because I know
Yeah.
for me, like if I didn't have expanders, which are people who are ahead of the ball game, you look at them and you're like, that is where I want to be in life.
Hell yeah.
They
Yeah.
get you there. They, because when you're on this path of entrepreneurship and just creating like a successful life, or even you're just trying to get healthier, whatever it is, you like not sometimes if you lack the discipline and consistency and not having that person be that motivation, be that expander for you, it can be really hard for most people, honestly, what I've noticed to continue on and kind of be like, well, how do I get there? They kind of need that like proof in order to get to that next level. So if you are feeling stuck, I think that's a really good point. Like find expanders that really motivate you to start.
Yeah. And I think that's what sets people apart. You know, what's the statistic? Like people usually only last 5 years or less
Yeah.
in business.
I think it's three
Is it
years.
less than now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in this economy.
Yeah, yeah, I think
Um,
it's 3 years now.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, you can't let yourself stay stuck. You have to be willing to grind it out. You really, really do. You really, really do. And If you feel stuck, screw your feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself unstuck. Do like pretend as if, act as if. And there have been plenty of times where when imposter syndrome has kicked online, and listen, especially now, it's like we are getting into rooms where, like, I walked into probably one of the biggest events we've ever filmed, and then we have an even bigger one happening this weekend. It's like I definitely had a moment of like, how am I here? How am I supposed to do this? It was almost paralyzing in that minute, in that moment. And it's like, no, we're going to act as if we've done this 1,000 times before.
Yeah.
What kind of got me unstuck in that moment in my head. And it definitely, you kind of like learn how to embody this like higher version of yourself until like the inner you catches up. And I feel like that's been really helpful too in getting me like unstuck if imposter syndrome comes online for me. It's like, no. And also, God wouldn't put me here if I didn't have the capacity to execute it. There's a reason why I'm here, and we're gonna make it happen.
Facts. Yes, absolutely.
you know?
And like a big part of that too is like, you know, that inner fire that's within you to keep going. And a lot of the times it's like you're right there. You're right at that finish line and so many people give up right before they get to that finish line. So I encourage you, if you feel like you want to give up, dig deep and keep going. It's just like running a marathon. You're right at the finish line. Keep going. And know when to pivot, right? Like know when you're hitting that resistance. Know when to pivot because you've been in this situation where you're like, this is no longer serving me. Like I have to switch things up. I've been there too.
Yeah.
I need to switch up like rebranding, refocusing. What is the business focused on? And it paid off. Like, at the end of the day, your business is a separate entity from you. It's an extension of you, but it is a separate entity of you. And being able to kind of like tap into the energy of your business of like, what do you need today? How can I nurture you? Again, like planting those seeds, like, do you need to water it? Does it need new soil? What's going on?
I feel like you do such a beautiful job at tending to the spiritual dimension of business, and you don't see that a lot. You really,
I
really
know.
don't. And, like we had our call yesterday with some other leaders and entrepreneurs, and I think that it's a thing. Like, um, high level CEOs, trust me, they have a spiritual component to the work that they are doing. And I just love that you like incorporate that for entrepreneurs too, because it's so necessary. It's so necessary. And if you don't think that there's an energetic thing going on, if something weird is happening in your business and also you feel like stagnant or stuck, well, don't forget to tend to energetically and spiritually what could be going on in your life or in your business
There's
too.
a there's a quote. I
Yeah.
forgot who the quote was from, but it was like millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do. And
Oh no, it's a thing.
it's a thing. It's legit. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, Melissa like has roots in astrology, so she knows what's up.
Oh
And
yeah.
it is
Governments, please.
it's oh, it is the truth. So if you're really looking for financial freedom, success, change your life, like look at your birth natal chart. Like that will tell you everything you need to know of how to live your life, how to cater to your health, how to nurture your family, how to nurture your relationships with yourself and others, how to build a successful, wealthy business and generational wealth. Whatever that is for you, I'm telling you right now, you literally cannot take energetics and spirituality out of business. It would be like it wouldn't survive. It just would not survive. Try it. I'm telling you right now. Like, if you're at a point of burnt out and you're feeling like, you have no clue what your next move is, you feel stuck in all aspects, including business, I'm telling you, lean into energetics, energy medicine, and spirituality, and you will see everything change.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. You know, because there's you should ask like Jake to do like a fun thing on this. Like,
I'm going to. Now my mind's like rolling.
yeah, because there's a whole sect of astrology called mundane astrology, and it'll take, I mean, you could look at the birth chart of the United States of America. Like, what about
Yeah.
business? Like, I bet your business has like its own birth chart too.
Wait, genius. I'm gonna do that.
You really should. I'm gonna look it up for Grit and Grace when we like officially like our opening, like our launch day, you
I
know?
love that.
Yeah, you
Yes.
can ask him to like riff on that. But it's a thing. And like if you're doing, you know, energetic hygiene every day for your own energy, you better be throwing your business into the mix because
Oof, yeah.
that's a thing. That is a thing too. And you know, when you're shining a lot of light, unfortunately, you attract a lot of pests and other bugs and vampires like mosquitoes and like
Yeah.
you could follow the analogy and you just have to make sure that you're tending to energetically your business. It's important.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday when we did that session, how do you feel today, by the way?
I feel great. I feel great. I mean, going into it, I wasn't feeling too drained
Yeah.
like our other friends were.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I slept great. My little one, you know, he was present during the meeting too, and he slept great
He's
too.
amazing.
Um, and yeah, I mean, I definitely feel grounded today. I feel productive today. I feel definitely we're a little bit more warded and shielded, which is good.
Yeah.
Except this weird technology snafu today is fine. Lesson to be learned there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel good today. I feel good today. I'm glad that we did that. Everyone needs to like do that. Right.
Yeah, you were like more so like my team members need to do this. Like they need this.
Yeah, yeah, and I have to like I'm very protective of my team and not just because when they're fully resourced they do their job better, but like I really a lot of these people are friends of mine and loved ones of mine. I really care about them and I love them. And when I see
Yeah.
them energetically being slammed, I'm like, and it's not
Thumbs up.
yeah, yeah, thumbs up. And because it's everything, certain things hit in a certain way, and it just it's always so telling. Um, so yeah, like I'm very energetically protective over everything in my life, but especially my team. We have way too much important work to do in the world
Yes.
for
Mm-hmm.
um them not to be fully resourced and grounded and at peace. And I will do everything in my power to protect them.
Absolutely. And guys, by the way, like the stuff that we're chatting about now, like we talk about this at our events, right?
All
We have virtual events, we have in-person events, we're having a VIP day come up. And one of our themes too is of for the month of June, for our June 12th event, which will be virtual, and for our June 14th event, which will be in-person VIP day, all about content creation, but in a way that is suitable to you, your energy, your business, and doing it in a way that's authentic to you and showing you all the different types of content creation, why it's important, because it is. You know, if you're not showing up online for your business, you're missing. You're missing out. Like you're missing the mark. It is just integrated now into business and it has to be. So if you're neglecting that, and listen, I know it's very overwhelming. We're not all like experts here in that field, but we're going to teach you that. So
yep.
you know, we get into it and we get into like the coaching aspect of it. I'm going to get into like the energetics behind it and utilizing your voice in a way that is most authentic to you and working on kind of like why do you have that fear of showing up? Why do you have the fear of being seen, fear of being of failure, whatever it is? We're gonna get into it, and then we're gonna get into more of like that nitty gritty with Melissa. She's gonna be shooting content on VIP day. We have a photographer, we have a makeup artist coming on, Steph. So we are very excited to see where this goes. Like, come join us.
I love it. And you know, the reason also why Jenna and I chose to in the summer especially like focus on social and content is a couple of things. Like when usually in the summer a lot of your competitors in whatever industry you're in, they tend to get a little quiet,
Yep.
back a little bit. So we want to up the ante and double down on social so we can get you in front of your audience, right? And then also don't forget, like, just because it's the summertime, it doesn't mean people aren't consuming social content. They might just be doing it at like the beach or the pool, you know?
Literally.
Right. So you should not stop the grind when it comes to putting content out there. If anything, I think you should be doing it more because people might actually be consuming more. And then also, like, consistency is everything. You want to make sure you're consistent through every season of life so people can, you know, expect you. Like,
Yeah.
so you want to be front of mind for people. The vibes in the summer are so elite. The lighting's always good.
Yeah.
It's just
Yes.
summertime is just a vibe, and you know, outdoor content is like so much, you know, so much easier to shoot, obviously, because it's warmer. And then the other thing too, like, I feel as if we tend to overcomplicate things when it comes to content creation. We're going to be doubling down on this on our call, especially. Like, I really believe in bulk creating content and content stacking. So you're showing up, you know, for an X amount of time, and you're getting at least, hopefully, 20 to 30 days worth of content from you showing up that one time. So, like, a lot of, for example, like the content that you see for fearless founders or for Grit and Grace, and even for HHP now,
Yep.
you know, we created that at like one event or like one call or one content shoot, and we're able to stack it and drip it out for months at a time. So I just think people need to understand like the backside strategy in production. And then it's like, oh, wait, this is not as complicated as I think it is. So besides the spiritual element to the strategy to the production, I really feel like we're giving everybody anything that they could need to double down on increasing revenue and impact over the summer, you
Oh
know?
my God, 100%. And if you want to make impact, more impact, you got to make income. And
Yeah.
like literally one of the ways to do that is through being and showing up in real life, of course. Community building, community is everything. And then also showing up online, showing people want to see like who's the face behind the business. Who is
Yeah.
the face?
Yeah.
I want to hear the voice. I want to see her. And also, if we talk about astrology a little bit, also, you can go into your chart and you can see what is the best way to create content. What's the
Yeah.
best
Look at your
way?
Mercury.
Yes, what is the best way to figure out what's my style, right? Melissa's style is so different from mine. I'm so basic and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And
That's okay.
that's what makes us us. Like it
Yeah.
would be, you know, I play around with different types of content, but like Melissa's very detail oriented. Very detail oriented. I am not. I will just show up face and I will speak and I will just
That is
like
it.
get into it. I'll just do it. But
But I
that's
love
that,
that.
but people love that. Like they know like that's what they're gonna get from me and they know that's what they're gonna get from you.
Yes.
And that's that.
Yeah, it's great. It's so great. And there's such a deep layer and aspect to showing up online, and because it's you communicating your story and your values. And I'm just glad that, you know, at Grit and Grace, me and my team, we can now do that for you in like this really elevated way. And not like a stuck up way, but like a salt of the earth, like super humble, super relatable type of way. So I'm really,
Totally.
really excited. But yeah, look at your Mercury. Like Mercury is really good for you know, your communication, you know,
Yes.
if you do that.
Actually, speaking of which, I just put out Jake actually recorded a new meditation for the app. It was Mercury. It was a
Cool.
Mercury affirmation meditation for communication.
Cute. How
That's so
good.
funny.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, my Mercury's in Capricorn.
Of course it
Of course
is.
it is. So yeah, I actually have a stellium in Capricorn in my third house, which is my communication house. So I'm meant to be a professional yapper for a living. I'm convinced.
And it's like also like very much like dad energy, like very much like
Yeah.
it's so like we're just gonna do this very detail oriented, very like
Like get in the car. We
we're
gotta go.
going. Yes.
We don't care about your feelings.
Yes, exactly.
Let's go. And it's just like, um, it was so funny. We filmed the HIALI trade show last week, and one of the sponsors that we had to do a hot mic interview on, she was just so camera shy, but like we had to film it with her. Like we had
Yeah.
and I was like, she's like, but I'm like so scared. I'm so nervous. And like, listen, there's a time and place where I'm very like nurturing and like I can hold space, I can do the whole thing, like that.
Yes.
But 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 I also stand on business. And I can tell that she was just like getting in her own way. And so I
Yeah.
had to coach her through it. And so did Alex, our other hot mic patrol member, as we call her. And we were just like, you're going to do it scared. You're going to do it with your hands clammy. And we're going to do 1,000 takes if we have to, but you're going to do this. And she did it and she nailed it on the first freaking try. And like, she just is like glowing in the video, and I'm like so proud of this random woman that like, I just like randomly met. But it's such a good example of, you just have to do things scared, and that's what, again, like being a fearless founder is all about. It's like screw your motivation or your feelings. You're gonna show up, just show up anyway. And then what happens over time is like those non-preferred feelings tend
Yep.
to dissipate over time, because as you practice and you get in the room and you get out of your own way, it all kind of works out in the end.
Absolutely. And imagine if you didn't do that with her, like she would,
She would have just
yeah,
yeah.
crumbled up and she probably would have never maybe had the opportunity to do that again. So, or like maybe just said no for whatever opportunity came up next for her. You just
Yeah,
got to
she
do
was
it
so
scared.
confident. She was so confident after. And, I emailed her the video, like personally, because I definitely got her business card. And I was like, look, like I'm so proud of you. And she was like,
Made her life
oh
probably.
my God, and it's like, it's so much bigger than just like our content is so much bigger that we produce. It's so much bigger than that. It's like that was a breakthrough moment for her, you know? So, and the other thing too is like with fearless founders, Jenna and I, like, I feel like we're so tuned in that it's not just a business.
Mm,
It's like there are people behind these brand names, like that have stories and families. And it's like anything that we can do to help them do their job better and take care of themselves and their families better. It's like we are so tapped into that too. Like we know everybody's name pretty much
yep.
and what they bring to the table. And we just try and pull that out of everybody. But we have
Their
we're a coach,
potential.
yes, but we have this very coaching uh approach, to our networking group.
A
So
100%. And it's so like natural for us at this point. Like we just do it. We just know what we're looking for. We're like, all right, let's tap into this person. Let's pull this out of them. All
yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah, absolutely. So hopefully you can join us at one of our upcoming events. And if not, please send us a DM.
Yep.
Right? Like become part of our group chat because it pops off like every day. There's
It's
always
so
something
fun.
juicy going on. Always something juicy going on. So I'm really excited to see where it takes us.
Me too. Me too. And guys, follow us on Instagram at fearlessfounders.li. And we're so excited for this. We just launched a website. Melissa literally just launched us a
Pull
website. It
that out
is
of pull that
literally
out of there.
phenomenal. Something I could not do. So go look that up. That's our, all of that is on our Instagram page. It's fearlessfounders.li.
fearlessfoundersli.com.
Li.com. Yes.
Ah, so
Go
excited.
check that out. So excited. All of our events will be on there. So again, if you want to join us, June 12th, we have our virtual meetup all about different types of content. We have the VIP day on June 14th. That'll be in person if you're in the New York area, we're going to be at Main Space in Huntington, New York. We will be starting at 10 a.m. if you want to get makeup done. Otherwise, we're starting at 11 and we're ending at 3 p.m.
Yep.
And we're going to have coaching, meditation. It's going to be an experience, content.
Mm.
Literally, it's all for you guys. And then for me, it'll be my last in-person event on July 11th, all about leaving a legacy, leadership and legacy. So that one's going to be a networking meetup kind of vibe. It'll also be in person at Main Space in Huntington, New York. That'll be at 6 p.m., I believe, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. I'm excited.
yes, I'm so excited for that. For me, going out with a bang before I go on
You
maternity leave.
are. Jen's going to be networking till that little one comes out.
Literally. So yeah, anything you want to add before we sign off?
I think you nailed it. This was so much fun. Please be sure to check us out. I can't wait for the events this summer and even planning some stuff for the fall. I mean, we just have an amazing lineup of events coming down the pipeline. So I can't wait.
So excited. And if you need any help with like marketing, social media, all of the things, technology aspect when it comes to branding,
Got you.
go find Grit and Grace Design Studio. What is where's the best place for people to find you?
Yeah, so you can find us on all the socials at Grit and Grace DS because typing out design studio is too much
Forget
drama.
it, forget
And
it.
then you can also visit us on our website, gritandgracedesignstudio.com. You can send us a DM. You can book a I do free discovery calls all the time. So if you just need to pick my brain on stuff to see if we're a good fit, please be sure to give us a follow. Let's chat.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Yay.
Fun.
All right, we'll see you guys soon. If you like this episode, like, share, subscribe. We love to hear from you. Don't forget to leave a review. We'll talk soon. Bye.
Bye.